Are you ready to delve into the world of frugal living with us on Wealth Wizards? It's a question we should all be asking ourselves as we navigate the complexities of modern life. You see, there's a prevalent American narrative that often goes unnoticed. A narrative where hardworking, educated individuals with good habits find themselves perpetually teetering on the edge. As Warren Buffett famously remarked, many Americans have been living the American nightmare instead of the American dream. So here's a staggering fact. Did you know that a whopping 58% of Americans are trapped in the paycheck-to-paycheck cycle? That means when you stroll down the aisles of your local grocery store, the majority of your fellow shoppers are struggling to make ends meet, barely able to afford the essentials. But here's the kicker. It doesn't matter how much you earn, this predicament transcends income levels. We've witnessed individuals like those profiled on our channel who've grown their savings from minimum wage jobs while supporting a family. On the flip side, there are high-income earners making six figures or more who still find themselves trapped in the paycheck treadmill. Warren Buffett himself is a testament to the fact that wealth can be built from humble beginnings. Join us in exploring the secrets of frugal living and debunking the myth that it's all about the size of your paycheck. Don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and together we'll discover the path to financial freedom and security. But for now, let's get started. Number 1. Zero balance. Imagine you have $50 in your bank account. Conventionally, one would assume that having $50 means you have $50 to spend, right? Well, that line of thinking can lead to financial peril. Our advice is simple. If you can't afford it, without hesitation, refrain from purchasing it and work towards achieving a position where you can afford almost anything. Warren Buffett, from Borsheim to the Nebraska Furniture Mart, insists, don't buy what you can't afford. Having $50 doesn't automatically mean you can afford to spend it all. This mentality of zero balance thinking is the nemesis of wealth. It underscores that income alone isn't the determinant of your financial status. For instance, consider Warren Buffett, who maintains a modest annual lifestyle of around $100K despite being among the world's wealthiest individuals. Conversely, if you earn $40K annually and spend the entirety of it, you remain in a state of financial fragility. The same goes for someone earning $100K and spending every cent. The key lies in allocating a portion of your earnings into savings for emergencies and investments to foster wealth growth over time. Warren Buffett's journey is a testament to this approach, with him recalling, "On this March 11th, in a couple of weeks, it'll be 77 years since I bought my first stock, and I paid $114.75 for 3 shares of Citi Service Preferred." To add to that, Warren Buffett provided an example that vividly illustrates this point. In his narrative, he recounted an encounter with a close co-worker who possessed an insatiable passion for fashion, regularly indulging in high-end attire. During a particular year, their company enjoyed considerable success, resulting in a generous $250 stimulus check for each employee. Inquisitive about how his co-worker intended to employ this financial windfall, Warren was met with a surprising response. The co-worker casually divulged their plan to expend the entire $250 on a single pair of pants, a decision that might raise eyebrows. Yes, you heard it correctly. The entire stimulus check was earmarked for a solitary clothing item, rather than being strategically employed to nurture financial stability. So, how can we glean wisdom from this tale and avoid such financial misstep? Embracing the straightforward principle known as the Rule of 5 provides the answer. If you find yourself unable to purchase 5 of the items you desire using cash, it's a clear indicator that you genuinely cannot afford that purchase. Warren Buffett, the sage of practical financial wisdom, encourages us with his words, "I don't look to jump over 7-foot bars. I look around for 1-foot bars so that I can step over." The path to financial prosperity need not be labyrinthine. Instead, we can liberate ourselves from the shackles of zero balance thinking by adhering to this straightforward guideline. Number 2. Payment traps. Thanks to Warren Buffett, we can see clearly how the appeal of cheap costs may swiftly lead us astray from sound financial practices. It's not unusual to meet people who put on an air of prosperity but are, in truth, only playing at it. When we look at their belongings, we can wonder how they can afford such a lavish lifestyle when we are struggling to make ends meet. Warren said it best, "Only when the tide goes out do you discover who's been swimming naked." When we look closely enough, the true state of our finances will become apparent. Many of these people, despite appearances to the contrary, simply cannot afford their extravagant lifestyles. Take into account the case of a friend or acquaintance who has just purchased a Mercedes. They brag that the monthly payment is only $350 for such a beautiful car. However, just because you can manage the $350 monthly payment doesn't mean you can purchase the automobile entirely. Basically, they don't have the money for it. Due to the lack of quick, large expenses like the full $41,000 price tag of a new Mercedes, this false cycle gives the impression of greater financial freedom than actually exists. This effect is most noticeable in the alluring realm of zero interest rate offers. You may get practically anything nowadays and pay for it over time with easy monthly payments and no annual percentage rate APR. Consider the inflatable kayaks that can be purchased from Amazon for $150 to $300. You can make it appear as though you can buy a variety of products by choosing to pay $20 to $30 every month. The harsh truth, though, is that you will have to pay back the entire sum at some point. Managing a $350 car payment, a $75 couch installment, and a mounting credit card debt makes the road to financial independence seem unreachable. Therefore, avoid falling into payment traps that aim to drain your bank account. But how do you keep from falling into these pitfalls? Number 3. Compounding. Once we escape the payment pitfalls and the nothing in the bank mentality, we can focus on the power of compounding interest. It's the thing that turns money into a rising force, which in turn increases our riches by a factor of many. Warren Buffett has been quoted as saying, "When we get chances to deploy the capital, we've always tried to make any entity a compounding machine." The two most important concepts that Warren Buffett has mastered and are needed to fully utilize this magic are assets and liabilities. Income-generating assets include things like stocks that pay dividends and property that may be sold for a profit. On the other hand, purchases of things like cars, clothes, and fancy new smartphones can quickly drain our savings. The kicker is that people who have an outward appearance of wealth often make the error of amassing liabilities while thinking they are creating wealth. But that's only an optical illusion. Acquiring assets should be a top priority if you want to amass true wealth. In reality, if you have a lot of assets that consistently bring in money, you'll be able to pay off your debts without too much trouble. Having money in a bank account is not the same thing as having assets. Your hard-earned money can only grow so much in a savings account. But the key to financial independence is having your money work for you and grow over time, which is exactly what assets allow. Investing more of your money in assets causes your net worth to grow more quickly. The 5-to-1 rule is a simple guideline for effective compounding. You should put $1 into assets for every $5 you spend on debts. Imagine you spend $15 at Walmart and decide to invest $3 in the company. If you spend $80 at Costco and find yourself with an extra $16, you may want to think about reinvesting that money. Your wealth will rise steadily while you enjoy life's finer things thanks to this well-rounded strategy. Number 4. Flashy lifestyle. The unfortunate truth is that online communities can exaggerate the appeal of affluence. They flaunt innumerable people who appear to be wealthy with wealth. But a closer look exposes a striking contrast. Numerous examples exist of people incurring enormous debt loads in order to present a flawless image on social media sites like Instagram. The solution is simple. Don't give in to the temptation of a high-profile way of life. Take Warren Buffett as an illustrative case in point. The suits he wears don't have any designer labels on them, which is notable. He still lives in the first house he ever bought and is committed to eating cheaply. However, his wealth is impossible to ignore. You can emulate his success by focusing on what matters to you while also building your money. You're missing a key ingredient on your path to financial success, and it goes by the name of step ahead. Number 5. Step ahead. While we may periodically complain about corporations' incessant attempts to get their hands on our cash, the fact remains that we all live in a capitalist society where exchanges of money are essential for existence. Unfortunately, many of us lack a discerning filter when it comes to deciding whether or not to make a purchase. They buy things they don't need on the spur of the moment because they want them. When you train yourself to be more selective in your spending and can control your impulse purchases, you'll be amazed at the difference it makes in your life. You can start your path into investing with the extra money you have available. As your fortune grows, you'll naturally want to speed up its expansion. Ultimately, the essence of it all boils down to readiness. As Warren Buffett wisely imparts, predicting rain doesn't count, building arcs does. As we wrap up our exploration of frugal living inspired by the timeless wisdom of Warren Buffett, here at Wealth Wizards, we're left with one pivotal question. Are you ready to take control of your financial destiny and build lasting wealth? Join us on this transformative journey where we learn to shatter the shackles of debt, embrace the power of compounding, and eschew the trappings of a flashy lifestyle. It's time to step ahead and become a master of your financial future. If you're ready to embark on this path to financial freedom, hit that subscribe button, ring the notification bell, and join our thriving community. Together, we'll unlock the secrets to living a prosperous, frugal life while building wealth that lasts. Until next time, fellow wizards, stay frugal, stay wise, and keep building that wealth.